Back in April, new Red Sox player from Japan, Masataka Yoshida, connected for his first ever big league home run, taking a fastball the other way over the Green Monster. It was great, and what would cap such a great moment off would be when he received it from the fan or fans who caught it. Except that didn't happen, because a family ended up with the ball and decided to leave the ballpark with it and not to give it to Yoshida. I made a video about this soon after it happened on why those fans are awful and simultaneously dumb at the same time. To start, leaving the park with the ball without getting it authenticated is perhaps the dumbest thing you can do, because no matter what happens now, the ball is worth nothing because nobody knows if it's the actual one Yoshida hit for his first ever Major League homer. So if you wanted to sell it or something, maybe you still can, but it won't be worth really much considering it's not authenticated. So that's number one. Number two, you could have had such a great experience of meeting Yoshida, getting signed stuff from him. It would have been an awesome moment for the whole family, but you'd rather just keep the baseball and leave with it, now being worth nothing? And on top of all that, the family didn't even catch or come up with the baseball to begin with. It was a Pirates fan who originally picked it up, felt it didn't really mean anything to him, so he just decided to give it to the family who were so-called Red Sox fans. It was just an overall stupid situation. Yes, I get it, you're fans who paid for your tickets and have the right to take home a souvenir, but this just makes no sense to me. They didn't even get the ball first. They could have had such a great moment with the player himself in person while getting other arguably cooler souvenirs, and they left the ballpark without it getting authenticated, so it literally means nothing now. Just weird. But thankfully, we have a much better ending to a really cool moment that took place at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. If you're part of the 70% of viewers not subscribed, make sure to hit that button if you enjoy the content. Thank you. Elly De La Cruz is arguably the best and most hyped up prospect in baseball right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I also think this has to be the most excited and hyped up the Reds fan base has ever been for a player getting called up to the big leagues. And it all makes sense. I mean, just by looking at him, De La Cruz is clearly an athlete, and then you watch him play and quickly realize he has the potential to be an insanely legendary baseball player. Elly De La Cruz being called up to the Reds literally caused the team's ticketing website to crash because of all the people scrambling to buy them.
Oh, I was ecstatic, man.
I have to work at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and I'm still so excited. And here and ready to go.
So you didn't have tickets prior to this announcement?
I did not. I might have checked into it while I was still at work.
And in his very first big league game, De La Cruz walked twice and rocketed a ball into the gap for a double. His second big league game was when the real fireworks began, though. In the very first inning, Elly De La Cruz connected for home run number 1, hitting a baseball almost out of the park at almost 115 miles an hour off the bat. And so, with that, the negotiations began between the Reds and the fan who came up with the milestone baseball. Thanks to Twitter user @513Caleb, I and many others were able to keep up to date with these negotiations, and at first it was looking like things may end up like the Yoshida situation. It wasn't really clear what was going to happen. The man who got the ball, all the way here on the left in the red striped polo shirt, originally held his ground, and according to Caleb, the Reds made a very disrespectful offer. The first offer was apparently a signed ball and signed poster, which was apparently moved to a signed bat. The Reds people then apparently went away and were working on getting the baseball authenticated, so automatically this 17-year-old fan has an infinite amount more brain cells than the Fenway Park family. It was then reported by Caleb that authenticators had taken him under the stadium after the game, and that he wasn't sure what will happen from there, but soon after, the whole world was able to find out. The Cincinnati Reds official Twitter account would tweet out a couple of pictures, one with the kid and Elly, and then Elly with the kid plus all of his buddies who were at the game with him, with all of them seemingly getting a signed baseball by Elly. Now that is awesome in how it's done. So here's what was given in exchange for the home run ball. A meet and greet, signed baseballs for the kid and his friends, signed pictures for him and his friends, a signed bat, and a signed hat. The kid's name who caught the ball is Alex French. I wanted to get that out there because he deserves the praise that he got and will continue to get. Not only did he turn a great moment of getting Elly's first home run ball into an even better moment by meeting Elly and getting some signed stuff, but he also brought his friends into it and let them enjoy the moment with him, negotiating for them to get signed stuff and to meet Elly as well. Shout out Elly De La Cruz, shout out Alex French, shout out Reds fans. You guys have a really young and talented team in the works. One that looks like it's going to make Cincinnati baseball fun again. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.